Welcome back. Visa and Crypto.com are partnering up ahead of the FIFA World Cup 2022 in a two-part sponsorship, starting with an FT auction featuring digital art inspired by iconic World Cup goals. With more on all of this is Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith. So David, what is the skinny here? Seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, so it's a two-part sponsorship, and the first is an NFT auction that Visa has sort of created these. They've taken historic goals scored by former World Cup players, and the goals range anywhere from a 2002 goal by Jared Borghetti. It was a header, it was a pretty awesome shot, to a 2015 goal. And so what they've done is they've taken these shots and with the players and an artist turned them into abstract art, which has then been turned into an NFT. And so they're selling these at auction on Crypto.com ahead of the World Cup. Then actually in Doha, Qatar, during the World Cup, Visa is going to have sort of this live activation they're talking about, which is where they've set up a football pitch and fans can go there and they basically don wearable sensors. And they just play soccer, and their movement can be interpreted by an algorithm that then turns it into an abstract art picture image that is then minted into an NFT. So the whole thing can be read one way as just Visa's latest experiment at introducing crypto to a global audience, but it's also, a bit of it flexing its own growing crypto technology prowess. But this also sort of underlines just what's been going on with crypto marketing and sports in general. And since the bear market, we might even be seeing the most innovative marketing efforts happening from these players that are less exposed to crypto, which is kind of an interesting development. Last year, they described it sort of as a spending gold rush, where crypto firms would put so much money into sports sponsorships. And that's declined about 30% this year based on data that's tracked by IEG. IEG only tracks sports sponsorships from crypto firms for the U.S. Big Four leagues, which is the MLB and others. But the interesting thing to point is that the number of sports sponsorships by crypto firms this year, 90% happened in the first half of the year before token prices sort of collapsed. And since then, we're seeing a huge difference between the number of active deals and the number of deals that actually result in a contract that's signed. So this Visa didn't actually disclose the cost of this sponsorship, but it is not something like a naming rights deal that we saw last year, which is, estimated to be far more expensive than something like this. But the interesting thing is that, this is actually potentially a more interesting use of sort of taking the technology and testing it. And it's kind of fascinating that, Visa is doing this and not a crypto firm itself. These crypto firms, when they're looking at sports sponsorships, they're looking more for, household recognition,
Right.
is sort of the goal. Visa, of course, at this point is really just trying to get the technology in the hands of people.
Well, yeah, you got to imagine too, David, that there's a lot more to come with this and that the prices will be even higher. These deals will be even higher once that crypto winter, that dreaded crypto winter is finally in the rear view mirror.